What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and thanks for tuning in. This one here comes from a relationship forum that I'm a part of on Facebook. People are able to write in with their dilemmas of life, and we can make comments, to them based on what our perspective is. And every now and then, one will come up that catches my attention. The reason this one catches my attention because somebody had already emailed me before, almost verbatim, the same scenario, but I never addressed it on the video, just by standalone by itself. So I want to address it on this video here. A lady said that her best friend's boyfriend slid into her DMs, and she said he did not say anything explicit to her, but it was flirty enough to make her feel uncomfortable. She said she did not respond to him in the DM, but now she feels like she could be holding a secret from her best friend. So she's starting to feel guilty even though she did not respond. And she wanted to know, should she show her best friend the texts, the messages? Should she not tell her and just let it go and mind her business? She wanted to know what she should do. And I thought about this, and I thought about she used, I'm going to say the phrase, my best friend's boyfriend, but I want to focus on best friend because I think that is what I ran into this situation before. I had two homegirls before that asked me about the situation. I gave them what I thought, which was to tell it. And in both situations, it ended up backfiring on them. And in both situations, it has caused me to have the view that I now have that I want to discuss in this video. When most of us use the word best friend, and I want to be clear here, we use it as if that's our position. But in reality, we're just using it as a phrase. It should be our position. If we're using it that way, it should be our position. When I say so and so is my best homie or my best friend, that should be my position. But most of the time we say it, it's just a phrase that we use. And we know when it is no longer a true position and it's just a phrase when tough times come like this one, where seemingly we have choice decisions to make. Once you have set your position on something in life, then whatever happens against that position should come natural. It should not be a time where we have to think about something, reconsider something. Our position is already established. Therefore, we respond from our position. When you or we use the term best friend, especially those of us that are grown and we're not running around like we're in elementary school just because we color with somebody, she or he is my best friend. As adults, it should have a deeper meaning. Some of those meanings should be, I trust that person without question, and they trust me without question. That should be the qualifications, or one of the qualifications for a grown-up to say that somebody is or is not their best friend? Do I trust them without question? Who in your life can you trust without question? For me, it would be my brother and my father. My dad is who I consider to be my personal best friend, even though he's my father, because I trust him without question. My allegiance to my father is unquestionable. I'm not saying he is perfect, but my allegiance is to him. Do y'all see that? So if you're going to have a best friend, you got to have those components. You got to have, in order to be somebody's best friend, a history of consistency. There should be, as adults, there should be years of history about the person that you're referring to as your best friend. There should be years of history where y'all have gone through some things, seen some things, discussed some things, overcome some things, dealt with some things, struggled with some things, and that person remained consistent and kept your trust at the same time until you get to a point where you say, this person is my best friend. Does that make sense? You can't meet somebody and you 35 and in 6 months they're your best friend. There's not a history of consistency there. You ain't been through enough in 6 months to be able to trust them to that degree as an adult. They haven't been through enough in 6 months for them to be able to trust you if you can handle their life, so on and so forth. Okay? Another thing, for somebody to be your best friend, they got to see the ugly side of you as well as the good side of you and be okay with it. No judgment. You got to see the ugly side of them. That's why you have one or two people in your life, no matter what they do, good or bad. You might be a female and one of your so-called, which that could be questionable, but one of your so-called best friends could be a straight up 304. But because she your best friend and y'all grew up together all through high school, there's no judgment there. Right? You might be a faithful wife of 3 kids, love your husband, but your best friend might be a little old, might be a little skeezer. But y'all loyalty to one another is beyond just what the action that they're doing that's outside of you. You see the good side, you see the ugly side. No judgment. You give your opinion, they give their opinion. Y'all still remain cool, friends, best friends, trust. History is there, best friends. Last thing I'm going to say that will stick out in my mind for the qualifications of a best friend is there's no competition there. This is somebody that no matter how you elevate in life, they're not going to turn on you. And no matter how low you get in life, they're not going to leave you and desert you just because you low. So let's establish that when you say best friend. So this woman said her best friend's boyfriend DM'd her. And she wants to know, should she tell her? That tells me you just use that as a phrase, not a position. She can't be your best friend because immediately there should be trust there that was built over the years without question. When you go to her, no matter how sensitive the subject is, she should be able to trust that Keisha always has my best interests in mind, so I don't have to second guess what she's bringing to me because we have years of history. But you didn't do that out the gate. So now what comes into place, in my opinion, my perspective, is the timing. If you had done it the day of or the next day, it could have been dealt with sooner and out the way. But if you had now you waited a week, 2 weeks, who knows how long until guilt set in, whenever you decide to tell her, she's going to ask you, how long have you, because you're gonna show her, right? She's gonna say, how long ago was this? First of all, let me say this. If you don't tell her and this guy is still able to communicate with you somehow, you didn't block him, you just ain't told her, but you ain't blocked him because the person didn't mention that they blocked him. Then he is waiting in the cut to see, he is expecting the storm to come if you told his girlfriend your best friend. He's expecting the walls to cave in. When the walls don't cave in, that's telling him you didn't tell. So it's just going to be a little bit of time. He's going to escalate to the next level in his flirtation with you so that he can knock off both the friend and the best friend. That's going to be his game plan. He's expecting the walls to cave in. Number two, he is disrespecting your best friend by reaching out to you. And if you do not tell her and you hesitated to tell her already, then you are protecting him more than you are protecting her. So it already shows your allegiance, whether you said anything back or not. Your allegiance is already swinging over to the one that's doing wrong, even though you didn't respond, because you're protecting him by not telling her. Let me say this lastly. The relationship that you and your best friend have is now forever going to be affected, because if she stays with him, she has to stay with him knowing that he is attracted to you. So that means one of y'all got to go. If she stay with him, she got to reduce you as at the level that y'all think y'all at, which is supposed to be best friends. Y'all not gonna be able to remain best friends and she keep him. So she either keeps him and let you go, or keep you and let him go. But there will be a relationship change when you tell her. But that is not your problem. He messed up when he reached into your DM. Now, what he may end up doing that he don't even realize he's doing is to prove the strength of y'all's relationship. Inadvertently, that's what he's going to do, because it's about to get tested. So this is what you do, in my opinion. You block all communication where he cannot get a hold of you. Since you did not respond and you ain't said nothing, he has responded again yet, you block the communication so he cannot get a hold of you. You screenshot all the things he said that prove you did not respond back, and you send that to her, and you let her know when you send it that you apologize for taking the amount of time that you took to let her know in the first place. But because of y'all's friendship and loyalty to one another, you did not want to see her hurt, and you wanted her to have the fullness of what it really is with this clown, with Boo Boo the Fool. And you hope that she understands why you hesitated and you apologize. Put it in her hands and don't worry about what comes next. Like I said, to anybody that may deal with this in the future, I would say timing is everything. If this person is your best friend or close to you, or your best homie, your best homegirl, they need to know ASAP. ASAP. If you're talking best friend, ASAP. If you're talking associate or something like that, we move a different way. But when you use the phrase or the position, my best friend, there's an expectation that comes with that, which means no matter what, they got my back. And no matter what, I got their back. And now it's time to prove it. Ladies, fellas, get in the comments. Let's talk about it. Y'all got it? Bye.